So she's on the sand in Gary, Indiana, belly out, toddler digging holes next to her, phone propped up, lie detector teaser already loaded on her stories. And somewhere between a kid kicking sand in her face and her casually mentioning Blueface was gonna buy the stroller, the whole thing slipped. That one word was past tense from a woman whose due date is 9 weeks out. Y'all caught that, right? Because everybody clipping this live is laughing at the chaos, the bugs, the toddler chaos, the where my mama at, and missing the actual confession buried inside a vacation post. Real quick before we get into it, hit that subscribe, ring the bell, and if you mess with the kind of breakdown that doesn't stop at the surface, you already know the move. I'm about to walk you through what nobody pulled out of the stream yet. Let's go. The setup, Chrisean Rock, government name Chrisean Malone, the Baltimore to LA artist most of y'all know from the Blueface saga and her own Baddies Run, went live from a Lake Michigan beach near Gary, Indiana, on a windy afternoon, allegedly to decompress before flying back to LA. She's visibly pregnant with her second child by Blueface, Jonathan Porter, due August 24th, 2026 per her own story countdown. Her 2-year-old son, Chrisean Jr, is with her. The live ran long. The drama came in fragments, and every fragment matters. Now watch this. Let's pull what she actually said, in her own words, before anybody twists it. First one, the stroller line. Midstream, somebody types in asking if Blueface ever bought the stroller. She glances down at the comment, distracted, then mutters, "He was going to give me that stroller. We're getting that stroller. I mean getting it for real. That is the stroller I want, got to have, and need." Notice the verb tense flip. Was going to. Then she catches herself and pivots to we're getting it. 2 different timelines in one breath. One's a memory, the other's a wish. Then the hike comment, directed at her toddler. When I get back home to LA, we're going hiking. Me and Superior are going hiking. I've been wanting to go hiking for so long. Cool. Fine. Except she's roughly 7 months pregnant. A fan in chat clearly asked if the hike could trigger labor, because her next line was, "No, the hike is not going to put me into labor. We don't need early labor, but I need all the steps that I can take." Okay. Then there's the moment somebody asked what was going on with her, and she snapped. Not loud, just flat, almost defensive. "What the hell is going on with you? What the hell?" That was weird to ask. Nothing's going on with me. For a woman who insists nothing's going on, that was a lot of energy for nothing. And finally, the throwaway that wasn't a throwaway. She told the chat, "Lie detector test loading." That's it. No setup, no context. Just dropped it on her stories and kept it moving. Wild. All right, line these up. 9 weeks before her due date, the mother of his unborn child is teasing a lie detector test. Reportedly, that's the same kind of stunt Blueface ran on her back in May 2023. He hooked her up on his own live to ask if she'd cheated while he was locked up. Same machine, same theater, same audience. Now she's flipping the camera back on him, or on herself. She didn't say. The deleted post energy. She returned baby shower gifts because the notes attached were kind of nasty. Her words, and one was reportedly a special needs book sent in reference to ongoing rumors about Chrisean Jr.'s development. She didn't name the sender. She just sent the boxes back. That's a whole story by itself. Then the stroller. The thing about the stroller is she's been hinting at this same brand for months. She's 2 months out from delivery, and she still doesn't have the one she wants. A woman with a brand deal history, a baddie's check, and an actual record deal somehow can't buy her own stroller? Or won't? Because if she could have ordered it herself, she would have. The fact that she's publicly logging that Blueface was supposed to handle it, and then catching herself, that's not a vacation update. That's a receipt being filed in real time. Actually, hold on, back up. Because there's another piece nobody's connecting. Blueface in November 2025 went on record after his prison release, saying that within 48 hours of getting out, Chrisean allegedly told him to go back forever. That's the same man she's now claiming agreed to buy a $1,500 stroller. The math isn't matting. Either the relationship reset somewhere fans didn't see, or she's publicly assigning a promise he never made, knowing he can't deny it on stream without looking petty. And the timeline of this pregnancy. She herself, on a separate stream, accused Blueface of having 3 women pregnant at once, naming Jaden Alexis, Nevaeh, and someone named Rella. Whether that's true or not isn't the point. The point is the mother of his upcoming kid is publicly framing the father as a serial impregnator, while also publicly framing him as the man who will handle her baby gear. 2 contradictory narratives. Same stream cycle. You see the choreography yet? 3 things in this stream are doing more work than people are giving them credit for. Let me pull the fragments. The cussing dial. Watch the difference between this live and her last few. She used to cuss freely in front of Junior. Repeatedly. The kid started repeating it back, and the comment sections lit her up about it. In this stream, she's noticeably restrained. No F-bombs in front of him. 2 soft L's. That's it. The host noticed. The host pointed it out, actually. I noticed that there wasn't much cussing today around him. That's behavior modification on a live broadcast. Pregnant women don't suddenly clean up their vocabulary by accident 2 months before a custody-sensitive delivery. Allegedly. Read between that. The location. She's at a Lake Michigan beach near Gary, Indiana. Her hometown. She mentions her mama and her grandma. She says it's always good to visit home. This is a woman who, 3 years ago, was famously cut off mid-set at Winterfest in her own hometown when she brought baby Junior on stage YouTube. Same city. Same toddler, 2 years older. And now she's back. But instead of a venue, she's on a public beach with a phone. The downgrade from headlining hometown show to live streaming from sand. That's not nostalgia. That's a soft launch reset. This is what you needed away from all the crazy. She said this to Junior. Out loud. Unprompted. Not to the chat. To her son. Away from all the crazy. Crazy where? Crazy in LA? Crazy with his father? Crazy in her own house? She didn't elaborate. She didn't have to. That one sentence reframes the entire purpose of the trip. This wasn't a vacation. It was a tactical exit. A pregnant woman pulling her toddler out of the LA pressure cooker for a week, then announcing on stream, within earshot of every blog that covers her, that she's leaving in a couple more days. She announced her return date on a public stream. Voluntarily. Why? Here's where it gets interesting. Different outlets are running this same beach stream through totally different filters. The blog ecosystem, the smaller pages, the IG repost accounts, they're running it as Chrisean and Jr bonding moment, beach day, awe. Pure wholesome framing. Belly bump, sand castle, water baby. Soft pivot. They want the algorithm love, not the smoke. The bigger sites, Yahoo and Hot New Hip Hop, have been tracking her pregnancy beat steadily, framing every move through the Blueface lens. Their angle on this stream, if they cover it, will be the Stroller comment, the was pivot, the lie detector tease. Drama spine, not vacation spine. And then there's the Reddit and Facebook discourse pages, the parenting watchdogs, the CPS curious crowd. They've been openly questioning her decision-making for over a year now, specifically around Junior's development and care. For that crowd, the second pregnancy isn't a story. It's a continuation of a worry. 3 audiences. 3 completely different reads of the same 8 minutes of footage. Now, the counter-narrative. The strongest pushback to everything I just laid out is, she's pregnant. She's tired. She just wants a beach day. Stop projecting. And honestly, fair. Pregnant women are allowed peaceful afternoons. A stroller comment isn't a confession. A hike mention isn't a cry for help. Sometimes a beach is just a beach. But here's the thing, and I'll say this carefully. Chrisean herself built the franchise of Live as the receipt. She is the one who turned every IG live into a court filing. Every cuss, every reaction, every aside has been treated by her, by Blueface, by fans, by blogs, as admissible evidence. You don't get to spend 3 years training the audience to read every micro moment, then ask for the camera to be a neutral observer on day 4,000 of the saga. The receipts she trained us to pull. She's still printing them. She just doesn't get to choose which ones land. Now here's where I think the room's getting it wrong. Most of the chatter is reading this stream as Chrisean spiraling. The bugs, the toddler chaos, the snap at the chat, the random lie detector tease. Looks unstable on the surface. The mainstream read is she's losing at 9 weeks before delivery. Step back from that for a second. I think this is the opposite. I think this is the most deliberate she's been in 12 months. Hear me out. The woman is in a documented loop with Blueface. Engagement to Jaden, prison stint, release, alleged reconciliation, allegations of multiple simultaneous pregnancies, a custody-sensitive baby due in 9 weeks. Whether half of that is true or reportedly true doesn't change the strategic problem in front of her. She is approaching a delivery with a father whose attention is publicly split across at least 3 women per her own claim. And the courts, the blogs, and the audience are watching. So what does she do? She goes home. Literally, to Gary. She brings Jr. She cleans up the language on camera. She publicly logs Blueface, promising her something material, a stroller. She publicly logs that the promises in question was gonna. She publicly logs a lie detector test, loading. She publicly logs that she's leaving the crazy behind for a week. That's not a meltdown. That's a paper trail. Every one of those moments, the cussing pause, the visit home framing, the documented promise, the lie detector tease, the away from the crazy line, is the kind of thing that lives forever in screenshots. The kind of thing that becomes useful in a year or 2, or in a courtroom, or in a custody-coded narrative war on Instagram. She isn't unraveling. She is filing. And the lie detector tease specifically, that one's the smartest play. Because she didn't say who was getting tested. She didn't say what the question was. She just dropped the words and watched the speculation engine spin. Blueface fans assumed it's her. Her fans assumed it's him. Some assumed it's about Jr. Some assumed it's about the new baby's father. She didn't have to confirm any of it. The ambiguity is the product. The roast tier here writes itself. Half the blogs that'll cover this beach stream will spend 1,000 words on the toddler kicking sand and 0 words on a woman teasing a polygraph 2 months before delivery. The same outlets that built careers off the Blueface Chrisean saga can't decode it in real time. The audience that's been Team Rock since 2022 still reads her as a victim of the chaos when she's literally the one scheduling the chaos. And the one outlet brave enough to call the Stroller comment what it is will get accused of being a hater. Allegedly. That last line. Away from all the crazy. Read it again. She didn't say the crazy. She said all the crazy. Plural. Multiple craziness sources. Plural craziness. From a woman whose own brand is built on chaos. Tell me that's not deliberate. Look ahead, not back. The path most likely to land is the one already in motion. By the end of June, expect the lie detector reveal to drop. It'll be Blueface coded, formatted for maximum clip potential, and timed to whatever blog cycle has cooled off enough to need fresh oxygen. Whatever the result says, the framing will favor Chrisean because she controls the post, the caption, the cut. The fallout hits Blueface camp first. His response, whenever it lands, will sound reactive, and reactive loses. Watch how the stroller resurfaces. Because that conversation isn't dead. Either Blueface delivers the stroller in a public moment, which becomes content, or he doesn't, and the absence becomes content. The trap is already set. Pregnant woman on a hometown beach saying her son's father was going to buy the stroller isn't a comment. It's a clock. The flip the table path is Messier. Don't be shocked if the August window, the delivery window, gets preempted by a custody filing, a paternity question, or a publicly leaked text exchange from one of the other 3 women Chrisean named Instagram. That would crater Blueface PR rebuild in 48 hours. His current narrative, prison changed me, family man arc, growth over grudges, collapses the second a receipt drops. And Chrisean has shown, repeatedly, that she keeps receipts. The 5-year aftershock is the one nobody's talking about. By 2031, Chrisean Jr. is 7. The new baby is 5. Both kids will have grown up with their entire infancy archived on live streams, beach days, bedroom rants, hospital rooms, court steps. There's no precedent in hip-hop for this kind of childhood. Drake's son lives in a polished, curated bubble. Cardi's kids live behind glass. Chrisean's kids are being raised in a live-streamed open-source archive. The cultural residue of that, what those kids do with that footage when they're old enough to Google themselves, is going to define a generation of celebrity parenting blowback. Blueface's brand survives this era. Chrisean's brand survives this era. The kids' relationship to fame, Open question. And here's the part that lingers. None of the three paths require Blueface to do anything. He could stay quiet for 9 weeks. The narrative still moves. The footage still archives. The lie detector still drops. The stroller still doesn't show up. She doesn't need him to play. She just needs him to be there to lose. So that's the read. The beach wasn't peace. It was prep. The chaos wasn't a meltdown. It was a setup. And the man who thinks he's getting a quiet 2 months before a baby drops, he's already losing a war he doesn't know is being fought on a Lake Michigan shoreline with a toddler kicking sand. If you caught what nobody else caught, drop your read in the comments. Fight me if you disagree. I want all of it. Like the video. Hit subscribe. Ring the bell. The lie detector reveal is gonna need its own breakdown the second it drops, and I'm not letting that one go uncovered. Y'all already know. Love. 1.